All right, we are live. And I apologize that we are 3 minutes late. Okay, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Rayna. You know me. I have a few announcements that I want to go over before we start the call. I do have Jen and Tristan on the line, so I will introduce them in a little bit. But I have a list of things that I want to go over before we start. Right. So first thing, Team Cup. We have our little Luxe Republic Team Cup that's going on right now. It's going to go through July 31st. Basically the same as a corporate Team Cup. There's only 3 people on your team in our Luxe Republic Team Cup. And whoever out of every team that's signed up, whoever gets the most Success Club points through their entire team wins $100 cash each. Okay, so if you are signed up, push. We have like a week and a half, just under 2 weeks left in this month. So that really is a lot of time if you've not locked in Success Club or you have more to go or you want to get to 10 or you want to get to 50, whatever the case is. Make sure you're using your time wisely these next couple weeks and make sure you're doing your follow-ups and make sure you're inviting people and talking to people and digging deep because they're not always going to come to you. So that goes through July 31st. Then on August 1st, we start our corporate Team Cup, which is the exact same thing, kind of. Okay, the corporate Team Cup is 1 coach. There can only be 1 diamond on each team, so 1 coach and then 4 others. So there are 5 of you total. Okay, the corporate Team Cup is run through corporate. They give away prizes as you hit different tiers for Success Club and for rank advancement. You get points for all of that. So make sure you are registered. It's teambeachbuddy.com/teambeachbuddycup, I believe is the website. And the link and everything is actually in Luxe Republic in the Files tab. So make sure you're looking at that. Make sure you're getting yourself registered. If you want to join and don't have a team, post in Luxe Republic or private message some coaches that are on your team, in your downline, people that you know. Message anyone and get a team together, okay? Success Club is one of those non-negotiables in this business, and so doing team cups and different challenges like that is a great way for you to get in and get going straight out of the gate. Success Club is one of those musts every single month. Okay, next thing, Success Club prizes. So my personally sponsored coaches, obviously you're getting prizes. If you hit Success Club in the month of July, Beachbuddy is also giving prizes. They give, what is it, like a cup and a bag and something else, and you get your choice of one of them. So again, always a good incentive for hitting Success Club is getting some free prizes. The sales this month, we still have 21-Day Fix, 21-Day Fix Extreme, both for $140. Club Membership Challenge Pack is still $140, and now Size is available for $140. All of them include Shakeology. All of them include the meal plan and nutrition plan, so make sure you're really promoting those $140 challenge packs. Helps people see a little bit more value in it, a little bit, since it's not so expensive, it's easier to promote those specific packages that are on sale. The Shakeology boosts, the energy one, the greens, and then what was the other one? Digestion or something. Those are all on sale today. They should be live right now. It should have been at about 9 a.m. Pacific. So those are available today. Check your online office, read about it, get familiar with it, because that's going to be a great add-on for people when they get a challenge pack or start in one of your groups. The Performance Pack, tomorrow. It opens tomorrow. It's going to be around 9 Pacific, 11 Central. Same thing. Give it time to load in your online office. I know you guys are excited and went the link yesterday, but you have to be patient because sometimes with all these new things coming out, there's a delay. Stuff happens, okay? So Boost is today, Performance Supplements are tomorrow. Summit is already sold out for 2016. If you go to CoachSummit2016.com, you can get on the wait list. They have 25,000 coaches who have already registered, but they are working on getting more room, and it's a fact that some people will end up not going. People who've already bought their tickets are going to end up not being able to go. So make sure you get on the wait list, so that if you are ready to go and you do want to go, you are taken off the list and available to go, okay? The tickets now, I think, are $150. They go up gradually go up until Summit next year. So make sure you're on the wait list. Where are you going? Okay. So make sure you're on the wait list. Summit, you can ask Jen and Tristan, is one of those events that you don't want to miss. It's so much fun. You learn so much. You have so many nuggets that you get to take away from it, and you get to meet new people, meet some coaches that are on your team. It's a freaking blast, okay? Lastly, last thing I have written down is the diamond training that we are starting August through October. It's going to be a 60-day training with myself, Chelsea Pearson, Katie Hefner, Joelle Matson, or Seuss is her last name now, and Andrea Crowder. We're all going to be teaming up, opening it to our entire downline. So if you are in the Luxe Republic whatsoever, this is open to you. You don't have to be Emerald rank. You don't have to be Diamond rank. It's a push for any coach who wants to move their business forward and advance rank to Diamond. Okay. Details will be shared soon. We have another meeting that we're going to go over this week before we open the group and start adding people in. So I'll keep you guys posted on that as I get more information on it. Okay, now for your final show. No, I'm just kidding. Jen and Tristan are here. Jen and Tristan are the owners of a gym that Brett and I go to. They are amazing, powerful people. They learned about the coaching opportunity and jumped in and have just blown Brett and I away. It's been insane how fast they've grown and the attitude that they've had throughout all of it. So I'm going to open up the line to them and let them kind of share their story and then some tips about how to start, you know, as a new coach and how to not have the hesitations and things like that. So Jen and Tristan, I'm going to mute myself and I will let you take over and I'll be here to unmute if you need me.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, guys, so basically, like Rayna said, we own a gym, and we were definitely into the personal training and the nutrition, and we have been for a long time. I started following Rayna on Facebook. I don't remember how I started following her, but I was seeing these posts, and I think we followed her for probably about 2 years, and maybe a year and a half, 2 years, and one day I brought it up to Tristan, like, hey, you know, we don't have an online program that's really working for people. This could be a good way for us to hit clients we can't hit here in Kansas City where we live, so maybe we could give this a shot. Tristan wasn't really up for it. We had already done like Genesis Pure, we've dabbled in Herbalife and everything else, and we weren't really looking for another one of those multi-level programs, I guess, so you could say. So for real, Tristan was like, no, we're not doing it. And so I was like, ugh. So I kept following her, and I ordered Payo, and then I read a post. Somebody had posted that said they paid off like their whole like $20,000 of student loans like within, I don't know, a year of starting Beachbody, and I showed that to him, and he's like, all right, let's do it. He's like, let's give it a shot. So
I think it took a little bit more than that.
Did, but I don't have time for that. We only have a certain amount of time. So after that, we met with Rayna. Would it take us about like 2 weeks to meet with you, Rayna? We were still a little hesitant. But we met with Rayna, and she went over everything, and just meeting with her for that 10 minutes, like, we were in, because Tristan and I have the attitude, like, if we're going to do something, we're going to do it. We'll find a way. There's no excuses. And that's basically how we met this, is Rayna told us Success Club was non-negotiable, told me I needed to hit Success Club 10. We wanted to know, how do we get to Diamond? How do we advance rank? How do we honestly help people and make money and be most efficient? She told me what to do, and that's what we did. We went through a list of everybody we know. We started messaging them, just sharing. We never really said anything about being a Beachbody coach or Shakeology too much, because we were kind of figuring out how to balance owning a gym and still having members at our gym and trainers, and not being like all gung-ho Beachbody right away, because we still have bills to pay at our gym as well. So, Tristan, you want to go ahead about how we...
Yeah, so basically, Jen is really a lot about passion. Like, whenever she sets her eyes on something, she basically, it's really hard to talk her out of it. But me, I need to know how everything works, each layer. And so I talked with Rayna for a little bit, and also her husband, Brett, and basically, I'm the type of guy that wants to be able to make my time as efficient as possible. And so meeting with Brett and Rayna, Brett kind of made everything sound pretty just cut and dry. This is what we need to do. This is how we need to do it. So my thing is, I know how to help people. Like, You know, when you join Beachbody, you don't need to know anything about nutrition. You don't need anything to know about like any human anatomy or any of that stuff like that. But with me, that's the easiest part with me. Like I can help people all day doing stuff like that. But with this, basically what I needed to know is how to do all the back end stuff, like how to basically build my team as quickly and efficiently as possible without having to sacrifice the most amount of time doing things that I do not need to do. And that's what kind of Brett and Rayna helped us out with from the very beginning. And so what I always kind of tell Jen as well, it's the best thing to do is know exactly what your product is, like know exactly what you need to do so you have confidence in it. And so then literally when you're talking to somebody, it's just easy, you know, it's just easy to be able to help them because they know you're passionate and they know you actually know what you're talking about. And those are the type of people that are going to follow you in your story. Like those are the type of people, because as a man, I personally, Rayna's probably not going to agree with me, I think it's a little harder for a guy to do this than a girl. Just because a lot of women, you know, they relate to other women a lot easier than a man relating to another man. That's just not how it really works. And so you have to, as far as being a woman, it's like just share your story. Like Rayna's story is amazing. Jen's story is amazing. There's so many people that I listened to in this workshop in Nashville. And I was like, man, that's a very powerful story. Like, you know, that's just awesome to hear people's stories and how they come from. And if they're, you know, a single mom or if they just got divorced or literally they just, you know, work 50, 60 hours a week, you know, everybody has their, you know, limitations and excuses. It's just how bad do you want to change your life? Like, really, that's what it's all about. And I will probably be one of those guys that is just never satisfied. I constantly have to always be improving on myself. And if I'm not, I feel like I'm not really doing anything with myself. And so I'm actually really glad that Jen brought this to my attention because I've met a lot of cool people in this whole entire business. And it's really simple. Like, it really is. You just have to. One of the craziest things Rayna's ever said, just keep being consistent, and she's like spot on with that. Like keep posting, like even when you feel like you're being completely ridiculous online, just keep doing it. Just trust me, there's always somebody looking at what you're doing. I promise you that. I think I've been talking too much, Jen. Go for it.
So I think a lot of people want to know how we became diamonds in 2 weeks. Rayna showed us how you rank an emerald, ruby, get to diamond. So what I did is I signed up under Rayna, and then I put Tristan on one side, and then I knew I could get my mom or my dad to be on the other side. So put Tristan on one side, my mom on the other side. We built Tristan, built my mom, and basically, I mean, we just went to diamond from there. It's just really about, you know, the posting is like spot on, and I watch Rayna's posts all the time, and I had a hard time posting, putting myself out there, or especially selfies. Never been a selfie person. Still don't like really doing selfies. But Rayna told me to, what was your wording? How did that go? Embrace my face. That's what she told me to do. So I started I'd do like one a week and then maybe a couple, you know, a week, and then I'm starting to do them pretty much every day now. I think I've been hitting at least one selfie, maybe two even. So I'm getting better at that. But that, I mean, that's part of the fun too. Now I get to share my story with everybody. Let's see. Success is. What else did you want me to talk about, Rayna?
Okay, I have a couple. I want to ask a few questions to have you kind of expand on some things. So Tristan was like, you know, Brett and I met with him, and we kind of told him what to do and how to do it. I want you to share, like, what we said to do and how we said to do it. Like, specific things, like.
I just remember you saying the whole thing, but the be consistent. And what really sticks with me was that Success Club is non-negotiable, and the reasons being is because if you're not hitting Success Club, you're not growing your business. You're not working in your business. And that's not to say, like, you know, you're going to have some bad months or whatnot, but even there's been times where I've had, like, SC8, like, right until the very end of the month, and I'm telling Tristan, like I have to hit 10. It's not negotiable for me. And we always find a way to get somebody else in that spot. And I think that's what it is. Like, you just got to keep searching and reaching and going back to people that you messaged the first round, but they didn't reply back because, like Tristan said, they're still watching. They're still trying to grab onto something. And we just got to relate to them somehow.
What she means, let's kind of like dumb this down a little bit. When she means being consistent, basically, the very first thing that Jen and I started doing is starting to post more online. Jen, I believe, got the 21-day fix. She ordered that for herself. And basically, I told her, this is what you're going to do. You're going to take pictures right before you start doing it. And she was very, very upset about that. And now keep in mind, she just had a child, so like let's be a little nice to her. So, uh, so we took pictures. She was upset about that, and then I said, every single day you're going to post in the morning, at lunch, at night about what you're going through, basically how you're doing it, how hard it is. And that's what we started to do. That's how we started it. Because already being gym owners, people always want to know what we're doing, what we're eating, if we mess up, blah, 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 if we're even mortal, stuff like that. And so basically that's what we started with, because you can't just come out and just say, hey, all of a sudden I'm a Beachbody coach, hey guys, blah, blah. I mean, I guess you could do it that way, but my best way is to do it is just to know your product by going, actually, using your product. And that's what Jen did. And I remember actually watching her do some of the workouts, and it was pretty damn funny. And she was, just because we're personal trainers doesn't mean a workout can't get to us from time to time. But no, and that's what we started to do. We started posting about that. And then after she was done, posting pictures of how that affected her body, how much she lost, things like that. And that's when people start kind of talking like, well, damn, if that worked for her, like I would definitely love to do something like that. And that's how you start. And so you can do that with whatever product you want. You can do the 21-day fix, PIO, you can do Body Beast, whatever you want to do, depending on your fitness level. And that's how you should start, because that's a good gateway. Kind of tell your story like, hey, I haven't been working out in 2 years. I work 50 hours, a week at State Farm. Do not like my job. They do not pay me enough. I just need to do something for me. Like this is my start. And people, trust me, those will be people you haven't talked to in years that would be like, oh my God, I've been, they don't even like your stuff. They just like, I've actually been reading your stuff for about 3 weeks now, and you've inspired me to do something. And at that point in time, that's when you ask the question, well, what do you plan on doing? I can actually help you with that, and give them recommendations. And that's literally all you're doing. Like when we went to the summit, they said something about everyone matters. And so you need to find that way to relate yourself with that person. And it's fitness. It's your story. Just trust me. You're not the only one going through the stuff that you're going through. I can promise you that. There's so many people that are going through the same stuff. So that's what you post about. And it's going to make you vulnerable. It's going to make you feel very insecure. Just do it. Like, seriously, what's the worst that's going to happen? People aren't going to like you. That's just the way it is in life. So that's what she means by consistency.
Yeah, that's the other thing Rayna said, was just close your eyes and do it. Just close your eyes and do it. And I think that comes in handy a lot, because I still sometimes, like, before I put a post up, I'm like, all right, just do it. Because, you run out of things to post about, and you might think you're being ridiculous, but you're really just sharing your life. And there will be truly, like, haters or people that will, in their own way, try to, like, bring you down from what you're doing, or, mock what you're posting on Facebook, or, put stuff up like who has to post their whole day, whatever, on Facebook. But, that's just stuff you got to ignore and, like, use that as fire under you to do even better, because really they're probably just searching for something too and haven't really found that yet. And maybe they'll contact you one day to help themselves out,
And trust me, there'll be one day where you do need a post like that, and you'll be at the point where your life is saying, basically, well, I make more money than you now doing what I love to do. So that's why you post your life.
Yeah, like Rayna showed up to the diamond party in her, she had comfortable little sweats and a tank top on. I was like, man, I want to wear that. And Tristan's like, she's wearing that at diamond party? And we were both like, well, when you're a 12-star diamond, you can wear whatever you want to a diamond party.
Yeah.
Diamond party doesn't matter, does it?
Basically. But to kind of tell you guys, because you guys don't really know us, you don't know our background or anything like that, when it comes to, everybody has their own niche, like as far as how they talk to people. Like I said, Jen's really passionate. She's like a really nice girl. Everybody gets along with her. There's a lot of girls that want to look like her, stuff like that. Like a lot of people get drawn to her. Like me, complete polar opposite. Kind of an ass. I always have to say what's on my mind. Like I'm just a really blunt. When people aren't doing what they need to do, like I'm that guy in your face trying to get you back on track. And so me and her make a good team when it comes to that. Now, you might not be working with anybody in this business, which is fine, but don't think that the way you're doing things is not correct, because everyone relates to other people differently. Like Rayna and Brett are completely different. Like Rayna, I look at Rayna as like she's the marketing guru, okay? And Brett as the guy, behind the curtain that's like like the mad scientist on a computer, like getting everything done back there, and they're a good team. And Brett does not care if he gets recognition for that. Just like I don't really care if I get recognition for that at all. Like I really don't. If Jen's the face, so be it. I'll be back there telling her what to post. Like, it's just that simple. But if you have to be both those people, then you need to make sure you make time for it. Like you just have to, because this does take a lot of time. Beachbody does not have the best internet system on the planet. Their servers kind of suck. So you have to be patient with that, because I am not a patient guy at all.
Oh, the thing, I bugged the hell out of Rayna. Gosh, probably like my first month solid. And then one day I saw her put a post up. I think she posted something that said, "Look on Google." So I may ask her a question, but then I'm like, oh wait, Google. So I'll Google it to see if I know the answer as well. So that helps a lot, Googling stuff. What else, Rayna?
I love it. I love it. I love it. I wanted to Tristan in the beginning was going off on knowing your product, and obviously for you guys, you were kind of like me. You started, hadn't really done many of the programs, never really tried Shakeology. It was kind of unknown to you guys, just like it was for me. So obviously, I just wanted to reiterate the fact that Jen jumped in with the program. They both jumped in with Shakeology. They started trying it, and then at that point, after knowing what they're promoting and what they're actually talking about and doing and setting people up with, it became a lot easier because they had their own success story to share.
Absolutely.
Now, one thing I want to touch base on that. When she says, or when I said know your product, does not mean you have to study all the ingredients of Shakeology. That is not what that means at all. I read a lot of that stuff just because I'm a dork and I want to know all that stuff. When people are asking you about it, they just want to know if it works. What does it do for you? How long you've been taking it? I mean, you can say some things that are in it that might catch their eye. Like a lot of people know about like an acai berry and stuff like that, or goji berry, or stuff like that. But you don't need to say things like that. You just need to basically, they want to know, does it work? How long have you been doing it? Is there, I'm a vegan or whatever like that, and I want to make sure that do they have a plant-based product? That's the stuff that you need to know. What flavors does it come in? So, if it makes you feel more confident knowing more of the ingredients, then by all means, study that, blah blah blah. But
people don't expect that from you though. They expect it from us because we're trainers. We got to play both roles. So they kind of expect that from us. But it's more important to share your story. Like, since I've been drinking Shakeology, I don't crave sweets anymore, at 2 o'clock or at night. Or since I've been drinking Shakeology, I don't have migraines anymore. I don't have headaches anymore. So you drink it and you, like Ryan said, you get your own story, and that's what you share with people. That's what they're looking to, something to relate to. Not really what the ingredients are. I mean, it's good stuff. They need to know that.
Yeah, and then same thing with the workouts. Like, what is Body Beast? How is Body Beast different from PiYo? How is PiYo different from the 21-Day Fix or the 21-Day Fix Extreme? Or the Kickstart 21-Day Fix Extreme, like stuff like that. Just know that stuff. And then just know who you're talking to. Like today, one of my clients, I was training her, and she's like 5'10", like 260 pounds. She's a big girl. And basically what she has been doing is not working. She's basically just been trying to wing it. She doesn't listen very well. And so what I recommended was the Ultimate Reset for her. And she's going to end up doing it. Now, the reason why I recommended that is because it gives her all of the tools necessary in order to be set up for success. So usually I would send her meal plan. She would have to prep her food. And she just wouldn't do it because it's too much food to prep. So with the Ultimate Reset, you still have to do meal preparation, but it's not near as hard than you cooking 20 chicken breasts for the week with steak, with turkey, and all that stuff like that, And so this is basically less work that she has to do. It comes with all the supplements that's needed, tells her exactly when to take it all throughout the day along with her meals, and it will give her a better, basically, results. And then what she did after I recommended that, she referred 2 more of her friends to me that are going to be on the Ultimate Reset, so now they can all do it together. It's literally that simple. And so, but don't be afraid for someone to be like, hell no, I'm not doing that. I heard all about Beachbody. It's stupid. Because there's going to be people that say that. And I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'll talk to you in a couple months when you want to do it and you're overweight, still. So that's just the way it is. But, don't just write those people off just because they're kind of, being an ass to you at that point in time. Because trust me, they'll come around. They always do.
Okay. Last question so far, for now. I want you guys to kind of expand on, like, you hit Diamond in 2 weeks. You obviously didn't get to Diamond with just Tristan signing up and just your mom signing up. So I want you to kind of explain, like, what you did and how you found these coaches, and are they active? Are they discount? Like, how did you actually build a team underneath you? I guess.
Okay.
Like, you're 1-star now. Tristan's even Diamond now. So I want to know, just kind of share how that looks.
Yeah. Trying to think back how I did that. I know first, as trainers, first I went to most of my clients. Basically, if we tell them what to, like, hey, you need to be on Shakeology, or hey, you need fish oil, okay, like, how do I sign up, what do I pay? So we went to them first. Through them, I got referrals for other people because people love the shakes. They really do. Once they're on them, they love the shakes. I went to my Facebook. Rayna told me to add 5 new people every single day, so I did. I've signed up probably 5 people as coaches that I didn't know them. They weren't my friends. I just added, and they're now coaches. I have every single person that I have added as or underneath me has been a coach except for one person, and she turned coach, and now she's an Emerald. So she's the only girl that started with a challenge pack, not as a coach. Everybody else, I signed up as a coach right off the bat.
Yeah.
Same with Tristan. We just kind of made that like a thing, like, hey, this is how you get your discount. If you don't like it, you can cancel. But really, it just makes it simpler for us too, with like explaining to them like what you had to do if you decided you want to stay on as a discount. We basically let them tell us, like, we don't want to do it anymore. If they do say that, then we help them cancel out their account or whatever. But that was really just something we did from the beginning, is just signing as a coach right away.
Yeah, but how we exactly explained it, like Jen said, was like, basically what we did is we didn't really say coach too much. We just said,
Discount.
we're going to sign you up as a discount member because Shakeology, it is kind of expensive. So if you do it this way, you're able to get, a lot of money off of it. So that's the way we did it. And so I started adding new friends as well because Jen did that. That is going out of my comfort zone as well. But that's what I did. And we kept posting what Jen was going through online. And every now and again, we mix in some inspirational posts and stuff like that. You see a lot of people doing it.
Tristan, you're cutting out. You're covering your mic.
I'm not covering my mic.
Okay. Now you're good.
Okay. So basically, we kept posting online. Remember, start off by doing something like order one of the products. Start off doing that. And just basically, it's like writing a journal online. Every single day, throughout the day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, when people are, before they go to work, when they're on their lunch break, before they go to bed, so they're constantly thinking of the stuff you're putting up. Put what you're going through, okay? Now with that, you're going to have people liking those posts, obviously. Some of them you're going to know, some of them you might not know or haven't talked to in a while. That's basically your lead list, okay? So with those people, go through them, see which ones are serious or, stuff like that. Just email them or message them like, hey, how's it going, like, blah, blah, blah. And start slowly, gradually trying to get them to get more interested in that stuff. And with that, you can create a challenge group, which I'm not sure a lot of you know how to do that yet. But a challenge group is basically funneling all into a Facebook page. Now you have all of these people that are doing the same program that you put them on, starting at one specific time. So now it's like, oh my God, like they're meeting other people that are going through the same things with them. And so we started doing that with people that we knew immediately, like our clients, family, stuff like that. And then once we, beat that tree to death, we decided to branch out and start messaging random people on Facebook. People that we saw that were liking our posts. And it eventually just, actually, I guess it quickly blew up pretty fast. And we just did exactly what Rayna and Brett said. And there's other things that you can do as well, but that's what you probably should concentrate on first.
Just start conversations with people. That's kind of what it was too. Is not necessarily approaching them like, "Hey, you should do this new thing I'm doing, Beachbody or 21-day fix." Just start a conversation with them. Or if you see somebody write a comment on something that has anything to relate to like, losing weight or gaining muscle or healthy eating, something like that, you can always just somehow leave a comment or privately message them. Just a conversation to start with them. That way they just, get warmed up to you first.
Okay, that's perfect. And I agree 100%. Just do what Rayna does.
Do what Rayna does.
I'm just kidding.
What would Rayna do?
Yeah, what would Rayna do? WWRD.
I think
That's going to be your Success Club prizes, like a plaque that says WWRD.
Perfect.
Those bracelets are $9.99 selling right now.
Okay, I have a few questions. People commented and asked some questions. Lauren Anderson is one of them. She asked about where to place new coaches and stuff like that. And I just want to chime in to that it really just depends on what your business looks like right now. If you are a new coach, you're an Emerald coach, you're not Diamond yet, you need your legs to be even initially anyway. So don't even worry about it until you get to Diamond. But at that point, myself or your upline, Jen, Tristan, one of us can help you as far as pinpointing where exactly people need to go in your downline. And that goes to everybody. Because everyone's organization looks totally opposite of one another, and it's always just going to depend on what that looks like. So at that point, once you get to Diamond, you and your coach or you and me can work and let you know exactly where to place people to see if you get the most benefit out of it. Because that's what we did with Jen and Tristan too. We were like, put him here and put them there. Do this, do that.
You said it in that voice too, which is
yeah. Okay, Taylor said, how do you approach people that aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing when they're following your nutrition guide and workout plan without sounding like an ass?
You have to sound like an ass sometimes.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, sorry.
That's a very good question. I was just talking to my sister about that today because I'm going to get her more involved with it. Some people are going to slip through the cracks. The best thing, this is actually hard for me to do. Jen's pretty good at it. Jen just keeps staying positive. You have to remember that you're not perfect. You're gonna mess up. We don't need perfect whatsoever. Really don't. But keep in mind that you're also a coach. You're always on stage. People are always following what you're doing. So I think it's the best way just to be real. When you're telling your story, like Rayna puts stuff up about real food that she eats when she's out of town. And then she also puts stuff up about how well she's doing when she is doing really well. And that's reality. It's not like, oh my God, I had a donut today and I just got so stressed out. That's not the way it is. You know what I'm saying? And so these people though, if they're constantly messing up, and they're constantly, kind of making a joke of it, that's on them. That hurts them more than it hurts you. But another thing is, it's like they're constantly going to be probably a client of yours because they keep constantly messing up. It's like, even if they're doing great, they're going to be a client of yours. And if they're not, they're still going to be a client of yours because they keep messing up. So stay positive, but then again, you also know how to, get to that person. Like, listen, what are you doing? These are the goals that you told me. And reiterate back of everything that they told you when you started talking. Reiterate that, hey, you want to lose 50 pounds before August because you're going to a wedding, blah, blah, blah. You be the overweight girl trying to fit to that crazy dress and get that up in the mall. Reiterate that. Now we'll really think about all the stuff they said. And if that doesn't work, you can give them all the tools that doesn't happen. That's on them.
Yeah, the thing is sometimes people just aren't ready. They're not. If you've been through a transformation or if you've, committed and stuck to a workout, anything like that, mentally you have to be 100% ready to really. If you're only halfway in, then you're going to slip up, and then that slip up's just going to lead to more slip ups. And when you're doing a 21-day fix, it's 21 days. You can do anything for 21 days, and you kind of got to put it back on them. Be honest with yourself. If they're telling you hey, this isn't working, okay, well, if you can honestly tell me you are doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing, then maybe this isn't the program for you. But if you haven't, gave you're 100% or committed to it, then try again. And you will mess up, but that's what the group is here for, and we'll help you get right back on track. And it's life. Nobody wants to live their life, depriving themselves of things they love, but get to your goal, and you have the freedom to do those things a lot more. Like, that's the key. Like, keep them excited about hitting their goals if they're trying to get for that move and they want to go have family or, go out of town and they have drinks. It's not that big of a deal. They can recoup right back up from it. Does that answer your question? I guess she's not on.
She's like, yes, it does. No. No, that's perfect. And you have to also remember that it's not like you're failing as a coach if people fall off track. Like, everybody's human. Everybody does it. Nobody's perfect. It's life. So, last question, I think, and then I'll let you guys go or close or whatever you want to do. Where are you guys currently in your Beachbody business, and how long have you been with Beachbody? As a team, do you guys tag one another in your posts?
Okay, we started with February 26th or something like that. So, what?
When?
I think it was February 20, the very end of February this year. So basically since March, we've been with Beachbody. I'm a diamond, star qualifying diamond, I think.
Star diamond.
Star diamond.
Tristan's a diamond. And then, yes, we tag each other in posts. And the reason we started doing that is because Rayna does it. Because what would Rayna do? Rayna and Brett do it. And it really just markets us across. There's more people to hit. I have a certain amount of friends that Tristan will never have, and he has friends that I will never have. So we can.
And that's a really good point right there. It's whenever the whole point of her doing that is because I have a lot of people on my friends list that she does not know that are women that I haven't talked to since like high school. But we've signed up people that I literally, of girls that I haven't talked to since like my junior year in high school, that they just saw her post and were like, and they didn't even message me. That's the messed up part about it. They messaged her. And I was like, there'll be girls that are like, wait a minute, I think I know this girl. Yeah, she totally just skipped over me, just went straight to her because she felt obviously more, just felt more comfortable like talking to Jen opposed to talking to me, which is fine. Like I said, my personality is a lot different. It's probably mean to her in high school or something like that. But that's just kind of the way it is. So that's why it's important to do that, just so you can get more of a reach. Because basically now we just combine all of our contacts that we have on Facebook. So.
And if you have like your husband or the significant other, like whoever you're living with, really needs to be on board with you, because this is like, it takes a lot of time to get started. You go through tons of emotions. Like, there's times when like I don't feel like putting a post up. I don't feel like, or I don't know how many more people I can like meet or message, or I don't know anybody else that could be a coach. But if you let that get into your head, then you'll stop. You'll freeze. You won't do anything. But you got to have that support, to kind of just push you, keep you going, or help you. Even if you have kids at home, hey, watch the kid. I get like 10 minutes. I need to do this work. But if you got somebody else to do that with you, see about cross-posting with them, because that will help you in your business, and in turn that helps your whole family life, honestly.
Yeah. Cool story. When we were at Summit, we were talking to Danelle, my mother-in-law, about everything, and she's like talking about how Jerry doesn't have a Facebook. Jerry's my father-in-law, my 67-year-old father-in-law, and she was like, I'm going to go home and sign Jerry up for Facebook and add all of his college friends and add all of everybody. He's not even going to run his Facebook. So
Perfect.
Saying, I know, it was kind of funny. She's like, I'm going to tag him in everything, even though he's not even on it. It's me. And so there's huge benefits to tagging your spouse or your significant other or your life partner or in this business, just for the double reach. Like, even now, Brett adds women in my demographic so that I can tag him, and I'm constantly getting new people. So huge benefits to that, and just expanding your network daily in general. So let me see if anybody else said anything really fast before we stop. Taylor did say yes, that helps so much. Thank you, guys.
You're welcome.
Good.
Yeah, and I think that's it. Anything you guys have to say before?
Nope.
Literally follow Rayna. Like, I'm starting to follow Rayna. I'm doing the ultimate reset because I was like, dang, like I watched Rayna do hers and posting her pictures and transformation. Like, if I wasn't in this, I'd be like, I want to do what she's doing. So just for me, honestly, I didn't really want to do the ultimate reset because I really like food right now, like really in that phase.
Well,
But
Nashville was not kind to her either, so.
I really enjoyed it though, so whatever. So I'm doing that now just so I can have people want to do what I'm doing. Does that make sense? It's, if she's doing that, she can do the results, then I can do it, and I want to do it.
And it's only 21 days, and that's why I'm like, if you have never done a Beach Ready program or don't have any results with anything, do a 21-day group or even a 3-day refresh just to get some sort of transformation to start talking about it with people.
Yeah.
I think that's all it takes. So, awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for hopping on. I'll let you get back to yelling at people in your gym and changing some lines.
All right.
All right. Have a good day, guys.
All right, bye.
Thank you, guys. Bye.